she wanted to start her own business and she wanted to do all these things. Like, she was more than just, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want people to think that she was just somebody who was gunned down.
She pleaded for help, did everything she could to protect herself and her children. But friends and family of that local woman say the system failed her, just like so many others. And now they're asking, what's the point of a PFA? Rachel Dowden's loved ones say they fought to keep her ex-boyfriend away from her, but he still ended up trying to track her down and eventually killing her.
Tonight, KDKA investigator Meghan Schiller has exclusive new details about Dowden's case and how she spent her final hours begging for help to save her life.
As she left work on January 19th at the Bellevue Cricket Store, Rachel Dowden thought she had the law on her side.
We talked about this stuff every day. Like, my store is a big family, so there was like really no secrets in here. We discuss everything, so we all knew about it.
Brandy Perhatch says her coworker and friend spent the final hours of her life on the phone with police, pleading with them to find her ex-boyfriend and arrest him.
I feel like nobody really thinks that stuff is serious until something happens, but it was, towards the end, it definitely was more serious.
Rachel Dowden filed this protection from abuse order against D'Angelo Ziegler in February 2020, telling the judge, quote, "I'm afraid he will find me and cause harm physically or kill myself and my mother. He is very emotionally unstable." Nearly 2 years later, that fear came true. Police say Ziegler called the cricket store that day and asked what time it closed. Then, as Dowden walked down Lincoln Avenue to her bus stop after work, police say Ziegler was there waiting and shot her with her own gun, a gun she'd bought to protect herself from him, a gun that he'd allegedly stolen from her home during a recent break-in.
I feel like a lot of these women get forgotten about, and I don't want her to be forgotten about. I want this to mean something. I hope it opens people's eyes.
She's talking about this GoFundMe that Dowden wrote herself. In it, the 28-year-old mother of two outlined her dreams for a fresh start, free from Ziegler. She needed money to make it happen, but she never posted it, worried it would only anger Ziegler more.
I read it all. We sat here at this table and we went over it, and I thought it sounded good, and I told her to post it. Again, Ray was just scared no one was gonna want to help her. Yeah, she was definitely nervous that he would find out.
Dowden's not the first victim, and unfortunately, she won't be the last. Her accused murderer violated this PFA multiple times. The same thing happened here in Oakland to college student Alina Shaykat. Now legislation hoping to fix the shortfalls of this paperwork bears her name, called Alina's Law. But legislators tell me it's stuck in purgatory.
There's no steam, no nothing behind these bills. Is just amazing to me.
Years after she first introduced it, State Rep Anita Kulik still pushing for the House Judiciary Committee to vote on or even talk about Alina's Law.
What it would do is enable a judge who's hearing a PFA case to say, I think that this defendant is not going to abide by the PFA.
It aims to help those victims whose abusers don't care about a piece of paper.
This would allow a judge to say, I think this is going to happen. And they put electronic monitoring on, so it gives the victim a fighting chance of getting somewhere safe if it's detected that that person is in an area close to the victim where they should not be.
These are local women who are being murdered, yet the issue is not at the top of the priority list when you go to Harrisburg.
It's very frustrating. How many bodies are we going to stack up before we say it's time?
By all accounts, Dowden did everything right. She called police. She got a PFA. She reported Ziegler's alleged threats, saying at one point, quote, "He's held knives to my neck and stomach while currently pregnant." But it still wasn't enough. And now her family and friends are left to reflect on what could have been.
She was very energetic, full of tons of love, hilarious, like a jokester. She had dreams though. Like, she wasn't just a mom and a cricket person. Like, she wanted to start her own business, and she wanted to do all these things.
Representative Kulik tells me she does have support on the other side of the aisle. Representative Natalie Mihalik on the Republican side also vowing to support Alina's law. They just need to get other people on board. The state Senate already passed it, calling it a no-brainer. And as for Dowden's GoFundMe, Perhatch decided to post it after her friend died, hoping to raise money for the children she leaves behind. Reporting in Oakland tonight, Meghan Schiller, KDKA News.